This ship behind me is called the Vasa, and we're here at the Vasa Museum. It sank on its maiden voyage in 1628, and then in 1961, they pulled it out of the sea, and it's 98% original. So they've only replaced the ropes and a few other things that rotted. But it's an amazing condition, and I think we can go inside. Researchers spent 12 years analyzing pigments to figure out what colors this would have been painted originally. And they've recreated the colors on this model. This is how they raised the ship out of the ocean in the 1950s. It's kind of interesting how they preserve the wood. They soaked it for 2 years in something called PEG, which is a polyethylene glycol. And that removes the water and then upholds the cell structure of the wood. So when they dry it, the cell doesn't shrink. And then smaller pieces, they would freeze dry. These are original hemp ropes from the Shipwreck. Divers in the 1920s were the first to discover the shipwreck, and they put in an application for a permit to salvage the black oak, which was valuable. Fortunately, I think that was turned down, and then it was rediscovered about 30 years later in the 1950s, and that's when they did the excavation. They only found 2 chamber pots, which would have been used for all those people except for the officers. So that's 2 bathrooms for like 440 people. The Vasa was built because Sweden was at war with Poland, and while it was under construction, the king ordered heavier and more guns to be added, which threw the proportions all out of balance. So that's why it capsized on its maiden voyage. Normally there would have been 465 people working and living on this boat for 6 weeks at a time. Fortunately, when it capsized, there were only about 200, and of those, 30 died.